Okay, so the title of this video is obviously a little bit controversial, but if you did click on the video, you're probably wondering the same thing. So I'll explain why it's probably likely that you do not have ADHD. We live in a world that is specifically designed to create a condition that mirrors ADHD. And I think we all know what that is. It's called social media. Without that, if you were alive before, let's say, 2005, we'll just say before the year 2000, ADHD wasn't a thing. I mean, some people had it, but very few. And when I say ADHD, I mean really not being able to focus at all. 99% of you who think you have ADHD, or maybe you think you have ADHD, autism plus ADHD, what you actually have is your brain has been scrambled by social media. Okay, so I know it's kind of hard to believe that. I know that you probably want to hold on to your identity as, no, I finally understand what's wrong with me. Now I can take medication. I can take stimulant medication. That will make you feel better for a little while if you take stimulant medication. For a while. Eventually that's not going to work anymore. But for a while, you might be tricked into thinking, oh, finally, now I can do everything I want to do when I want to do it. I can think clearly. I can actually focus. My mind feels calm. My thoughts aren't all over the place. I can follow through on tasks, the whole 9 yards. And at the end of the day, that's actually just a drug that's forcing your brain into a specific mode. When in reality, what has happened to you is that your ability to focus, like for example, right now, let's just sit here and see if you can focus just on the screen without anything else going on for, 15 seconds. Ready, set, go. How are you doing? Are you focusing? So, if you couldn't do that, that does not mean you have ADHD. That just means that in that time span, you would normally be seeing 5 to 15 different, actually maybe more if you're swiping. If you're looking for that one really good thing, you might see 20 or 30 different reels or different videos in that moment, that little blank space that we just had there. 15 seconds is not a long time at all to be able to focus. So there is no real solution to this. I wish that I had a solution for you that's an easy fix. There are ways to combat this, and you're going against the tide. There are many people doing this, but again, it's not the popular thing to do. We're talking about taking a proactive approach to your social media usage. We're talking about daily consistent meditation, and I mean every single day. We're talking about exercise several times a week. All of the things that will allow your brain and body to start learning how to function on a normal level rather than being constantly overstimulated. We're talking about reducing sugar consumption. All of those healthy things that you might not want to be doing are actually necessary if you want to be able to focus. Or you could just say, well, I have ADHD, I'll just take some Adderall. And you could do that for a few years and you'll realize it's burning out your brain in a way that's much worse than you're at right now. So for most people, 99.9% of people, taking a stimulant medication is actually going to leave you much worse off in the future than you are now. It will make you think that you have a boost. I went through this whole process in my 20s. It will make you think that you're doing better, and eventually you will crash and burn. Talk to anyone who's used stimulants for the long term, and they will tell you that same story. There's very few people, like I said, only the ones who really have that condition, ADHD, which is fairly rare. Most doctors are wrong about this. Most specialists are wrong about this. And I don't have a degree in psychiatry, a PhD, so I'm not an expert, but I do have 25 years of lived experience with this, lots and lots of research as well. And I just also have a brain. I think that's really saying something. To be able to think critically about these things rather than just looking for that next quick fix is, I think, what ultimately we all want. We all want to be able to calmly, rationally think about what's happening, understand what's happening. There's nothing wrong with you, is what I'm trying to say. And if having that diagnosis for a time or taking medication for a time makes things easier, just like anything else, like drinking alcohol makes things easier sometimes for some people, or binge watching TV makes things easier sometimes for some people. I've done those things. It's not going to work in the long run, but for now, that's okay. I'm just letting you know ahead of time, you probably don't have ADHD and you're actually okay. It's just that your ability to focus has been hijacked by modern digital society, and most people realize this, most people know this. It's very hard to escape, and I'm telling you, it's a lot of hard work if you really want your life to be the way that you want it to be. So, all right, well, have a nice day.